Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com, and we are here to talk about NCIS. There is no new episode next week, but that is not going to stop us from talking about it now, because there was a very interesting thread that was left on the last episode all about this new neighbor that has moved into town and the kid with the baseball. And I originally felt like this was just kind of a thing of the week. Here's this kid. Here's the broken window. Not the case. This kid is coming back. So it's made things a little more interesting. So we're going to be talking about that, what our theories are about who this mother is, who this kid is, why are they bringing this back.
But before we do, though, if you like this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, the best way to make sure you don't miss any other updates. So right now, what we know is that Phineas is the kid, Sarah is the mother.
Yep.
There's no indication that Sarah is going to be appearing on the next couple of episodes. That may just be that it hasn't been updated yet in any press description. She might end up showing up. But the actor who plays Phineas, as Jess said, he is going to be a part of not this upcoming episode, but the one after the fact. And unless this is a mistake by CBS, mistakes happen. That kind of happens here or there.
Yep.
It seems as though there is greater significance to this story, and the question then becomes, what is that significance? We've got a few different theories we want to talk through here about this, but let's start with theory number one, and that is, are we getting into a situation where Sarah is a potential love interest to some degree?
Yeah, which would be very interesting right now because it seems that Sloane is also a love interest right now. I'm not sure that I've seen online some people wondering if that's a possibility because Sarah is a redhead and Gibbs likes his redheads, but Gibbs also likes his blondes. It was revealed, I think it was last season, that he was engaged to a woman who was blonde. There are other blondes in his life. It is not only redheads.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of possibility out there. I think the question, more so than anything else, it's just to me, are we actually really moving towards something with Gibbs and Sloane? And if we're not, is this meant to be another alternative? But
maybe, but right now, I don't think there's nearly enough information on the table. They've exchanged like 2 sentences.
Yes.
There's no real chemistry here with this at this point. There's nothing there right now for me seeing this as a potential love interest, except that this woman has red hair, and that is not enough for me to go on.
Yeah, and I think the other thing to me that I'm just kind of wondering a little bit about is, does Gibbs want to raise a kid again? Like, does he want to be at that point in his life? I mean, yes, Sloane, we've already seen that she has a daughter, but it's a very different situation. Sloane's daughter is an adult. They didn't exactly have much of a relationship, so it's a totally different dynamic. And I just think we have invested so much time now into this idea of Gibbs and Sloane. We have already started to build the house on Slibbs Street. Are you then going to take that house, just tear it down, take those pieces and then go put them on, what's the Gibbs and Sarah ship name? Gara? Are we going to Gara Street and then rebuilding this? It just feels like it would be a really weird about face.
Yeah, I just don't see it. I mean, maybe Gibbs would want to raise this kid, but they were just talking last season how he's around retirement age.
Yeah.
Is that something then? It's one thing to throw a ball with a kid in the street. It's another thing to be raising a kid who's was he 11, 10, 12?
Something like that.
Very, very young.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that that's where Gibbs's head is at. We'll see moving forward if that's it. But personally, I don't think that's where they're going with it.
I don't think so. I just don't think so either. I don't think we have enough evidence to really buy into that. Plus, also the kid aspect of it. But theory number 2: is this somehow secretly involved in one of the longer-term storylines that is going on right now? Somehow, could Sarah and this kid Phineas be involved with Ziva David and what is going on there?
And here I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat and say, yes, I am enjoying the idea of that whole thing. And it may or may not be true. They may not be going in that direction.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the idea that this new mysterious neighbor has moved into town, and now all of a sudden Gibbs is playing ball with this kid, and she happens to be a redhead, and people know that he likes the redheads. There's so many little threads that have all come in that it's kind of like, too good to be true. Why is this happening like this? You know, it's maybe this is one of the loose ends that Ziva was talking about that she needs to have tied up. Maybe this woman is a spy. Could that kid be a spy? Probably not, but that's a little too tinfoil hat for me. But it's possible that she is, and that she's moved into the neighborhood, and the kid just happened to find a way to talk to Gibbs and just doesn't know what's happening, but the mother does.
Yeah.
I like this idea. It gives me the excitement.
Or it gives you the excitement. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll leave now.
Me the excitement.
But yeah, I like this idea too. I mean, yeah, obviously I don't think the kid is some sort of secret rogue agent for any sort of like overseas organization, but it is possible that, you know, it's coincidental that there just so happen to be people moving into Gibbs's neighborhood. I mean, maybe it just is a coincidence, and, you know, Gibbs has some new neighbors and there's a different purpose in mind, but
I don't know, but having a kid there will lower his defenses in giving up information. And, like, I don't think this Sarah is some crazy ninja there to kill him or something, but could she be someone who seems unassuming, kind, redhead, mother, nice child, he's connecting with the child, lower the defenses, and now Gibbs is opening up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because Gibbs is a tough person to get to open up, but all of those things combined might get him to open up a little bit, give out information that he shouldn't be giving out, and then boom, Ziva's going to come back in and take care of this neighbor.
I think it may just be, she might just be some sort of like lower level in a spy organization or something like that who is tasked with sort of just watching Gibbs and seeing what he does. It may just be so simple as she may not actually need to form that much of a relationship. Like, that might not be the main responsibility here. It might just be, you know, you just need to watch him, and because you have a kid, the kid's going to play outside. That'll give you an excuse to be outside, so it's not just like some rando sitting out on their front lawn looking in.
Yeah, it might just be also that they're trying to get to Ziva, and Ziva's back in the wind, so they don't know where she is.
Yeah.
But they do know that she's been to Gibbs's house. So now we've got a spy across the street watching Gibbs's house. Yeah, her kid is also out there, knows when Gibbs is kind of coming and going, and he's made a connection. So could Ziva ninja her way into the house without the neighbor seeing? It's possible, but maybe she'll see it.
One other idea here, and this is just, let's take Ziva out of the equation for a minute. Not that I'm trying to take Ziva out of NCIS, but maybe let's put in the place of any of all this other stuff. Maybe she's a spy for whatever sort of opiate trade is going on. The storyline with that we saw starting off at the end of last season's finale. It was referenced very, very recently, so obviously they don't want us to forget about it. Maybe whoever the sort of kingpins are there are aware of Gibbs's role in it, and they just want to keep tabs on him. Because they'll probably come after him again at some point, knowing all these sort of people and their nefarious ways.
Yeah.
Finally, though, theory number 3. This one's pretty simple. Maybe it's just the kid, and maybe it is just the kid's mom, and there's nothing nefarious here at all.
Or nothing growing at all. Maybe it's just a way to show a little bit of Gibbs outside of work. Show him back in his house. Show him in his neighborhood. Just having a relationship with his neighbors and getting to know some people. Because we have seen him changing a lot. We've seen him opening up a little bit more. So maybe he's decided to open up to his neighbors a little bit more and get to know the people in his neighborhood.
Well, this is one that I think all the Slibbs fans are about to love where I'm going with this. So maybe this kid...
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay, all right. Now the pressure is on everyone. So, okay, this kid and his mother, maybe that's just sort of a way for Gibbs to go on sort of an emotional trial run where he has these people in his neighborhood.
He gets to know.
He gets to build something sort of outside of work so he can sort of reestablish his footing in that world, and it doesn't have to be romantic or anything else, but maybe this makes Gibbs realize more, you know what, I do want to have more relationships outside of my job, and maybe that means taking people from my job and bringing them into this world. Maybe you could see in the future Sloane playing baseball with all of them. Maybe she just so happened to play softball as a kid or something like that, and then boom, there you have it. Phineas has a lot of coaches, and then he grows up to play for the Washington Nationals, who will be vying for the World Series again. Thank you. Good night.
I like that. That's also a good way to look at it. And I'm on Slibbs Street, so yes. I'm happy with that.
Okay, good. So I have your seal of approval for this.
Yeah, that's a good one. And that's more so where it probably is. Is she a spy? I'd like to think so, but probably not. Yeah. Is she a love interest? There's nothing there for me to think that that's a thing that's happening at this point. Could she and the kid be just a vehicle to continue Gibbs's growth story? That's probably where we are.
Probably, but it's fun to think of crazy ideas and theories and speculation as to what could be happening. And
please be a spy!
Let's be real, NCIS has done way crazier than this, so not exactly gonna just blow my brain right out of my head. But anyway, anything else you want to say on Phineas and Sarah? Okay.
It'll be interesting to see where it goes. And it's interesting that they're coming back, or at least he's coming back so soon. Yes,
and with this in mind, I want to know from you guys, what do you think is going on here with Phineas and Sarah and Gibbs? Is it nothing, or is it something? Let us know in the comments, and also give us a like, subscribe. You can support us further and get a shirt kind of like this one by checking out the link in the description to the CARTERMATT store. And we'll see you here next time.